If you are tired of manually generating sales quotes to your customers every time, and you just want a system that will do that for you, let me show you how to get that system in like 10 minutes. If you are OG, but if you are new, it might take you a little bit of time. But let me just show you a rundown overview of this. Oh, let's grab a bad boy. So, first things first, let me just show you. For this system, you need just two modules, which is the Google Sheet and your template. So, why do you need the Google Sheet module? So, the Google Sheet is going to watch for new rules. So, the new rules is basically you updating what your customers want. So, a customer comes to you and says, I want this, I want that. So, you just put the price of that and put it on your sheet. Like so, let me just show you the sheet. So what you want to put in your sheet is this is the item, the quantity, the price, the total, the customer name, the address, the expiring date. This is going to be a little tricky if you are not an OG in this thing because these parameters are coming from the sales quote. What is on your sales quote is what you want to be updating here. If that makes sense. Right? And of course, you also have to have an already existing sales quote sent to this already existing sales quote in place, an already existing sales quote template, which is this one that I have here. So I already have like customer name, prepared date, expiry date, and also other things that I want to put in my quote, right? So from this data that you have, you would use this, the data that are variables, like are always changing, you would use that to be your headers in your Google Sheet, so that way once you put in the new variables, it can just go into your template and then change it yourself and then send it to you in your Google Drive, or you want to connect to an email, there's also that option. But for this particular one, it just sends it to me in my Google Drive. So back to our system. So it's going to watch for new rows in that sheet. So whenever you add new rows, it will automatically start running it, right? And then also make the updates on your Google Doc. So the Google Docs is where the template is. So I already did set this up. So these are the variables, like I did tell you, the variables that it should pick, the variables from my Google Sheet, and the variables that it should update on the documents, the Google documents, right? Yeah, so that is a simple way I can actually explain this because honestly, it's a lot deeper, right? If you are new to this, but if you're an OG, you should just be able to raffle this up in like 30 minutes or so with the templates, the sheets, and everything together. Let's test our system and see if it runs as it should. So we just make this run once. And for reference, this is supposed to create a new sales code and put it in my Google Drive. That is where I did put it. I did say it should, it should put it like here. You can see it here. This is the new documents location. This is where I picked, right? So that's why it's going to be there. So let's just go to, yeah. So this is my business, right? So see it here. It has been created just right now. And this is what you have. So you see that's updated this, that's updated the new prepared for the name, the prepared dates. For reference, this is a template, right? It has customer name Joe, this, like you see how it is. So yeah, this is the updated one now. It has this, it has prepared for, it has the proper variables now connected inside of it, right? So of course, this is just a test sales quote template. If you want this for yourself to actually use it for your customer, you have to have something more, something more presentable, something better looking than what I have before. So that is just a simple way that you can automate your sales quotation process so that you don't have to be drafting quotes every day by yourself. This system can just do that for you, easy peasy every time, and you don't have to really struggle and bother. So let me know, is it a system that you would love to have? Well, and least I forget, the only downside to this particular current system is that picks for, so it creates a quotation for every row. So you cannot have lots of items, right? If somebody wants to buy a lot of items, right, this system does not really cater for that right now. But in future, I'm obviously going to make it cater for, a lot more. But for now, this one just caters for one. If the person wants to buy one item, so it just caters for that. But if the person wants to buy more, that the prices are different, and this system does not really cater for that. But eventually, say maybe next week or so, I'm going to put out a system that will cater for that. But is this a system that you would like to have? Let me know in the comments.